Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to a little bit more Aquatico. Like I said in my last episode, Digital Reef and Overseer Games had asked me to do 2 videos, and so I've jumped ahead a little bit, and we got some sharks coming in. Unfortunately for me, I haven't actually finished researching the shark defense setup. Okay. With Iron Mine, we are pet feeders, past this, Expedition House, Guardhouse. Elementary security station. I think that's what we need. Holding pens for tuna print. Okay, that's a separate thing. One way or another, we're 26 days away from building a guardhouse, and there are sharks. It's just kind of chilling. Oh boy, yeah, that's going to cause some damage. I'm not actually sure what that's going to do. They might just wreck some of my drones, or, well, no, they can't get into my domes, unless they decide to go after that cable car. I do have a cable car that stretches between 2 different domes here, and then 3 different domes, though I have not really used most of them. I just have a clothes shop here because I don't have the tech for anything more. Well, I guess I'm just going to keep an eye on these sharks that are just going to kind of... they swim in a really silly manner on 8 times speed. Holy smokes. I need to see if there's any good sped up fish footage just in real life, because this looks really silly. So a couple of things that I didn't get to mention in the last video. First and foremost is actually that Aquatico has a pretty so despite the fact that this is launching ostensibly in a complete state, they are gone. Where have they gone? They just peaced out. Sick. Shark attack report. 0 fatalities. Attacked no citizens and drones. Boy, I'm lucky. So anyway, even though this is ostensibly launching in kind of a 1.0, sell some sponge. I just have so much of it. It's the easiest way for me to make some cash at this point. I'll probably just make a bunch of huge sponge gardens that I can just sell with. Because looking at this specifically, there's no cost to the sponge gardens apart from drones. And so if I just have like a whole bunch of sponge gardens that are farming extensively, I can just sell infinite sponge and largely just continue to profit from it. Let's see, other things that I've expanded. So I guess I should probably mention, I built an iron mine and a tool factory now, so we have access to both of those. So we're starting to generate small amounts of tools that I want to scale up. And then I also had to expand my battery factory and my plastic factory, because I'm starting to run out of plastic. Monthly produced 95, monthly used 245. That's a problem. Let's see. So I guess I'm going to try and scale up my plastic generation as much as possible. I'm curious about the monthly used and produced, if only because I'm not sure how much of that is upkeep and how much of that is... you know, consumption for industry. It's the Sea Hunter's Lodge. Because, like, for example, building the Sea Hunter's Lodge up is going to cost 22. And I kind of wish it was marked slightly differently so it would be easier for me to find. That doesn't matter too much, but it's definitely useful to note. I want to go through optimizing anything that could possibly use plastic. And honestly, just as many upgrades as possible. It looks like we're gaining plastic now. Let's see, do I have anything else? I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm low on plastic, so it's going to be a little hard to get some of these upgrades. Ironically enough, this requires more plastic, but I think we've scaled up our production to the point where we're starting to catch up, but we might want a third. We don't actually have enough fuel refineries, is the other thing. We're getting plenty of crude. But we're not actually getting quite as much fuel as I will need if I want to get a third plastic factory. So other things that we could do, should do, is probably just keep grabbing some of these. Oh, do it. No. Okay, I am researching the small planter. Oh, I've just paused it. That's why nothing is going up. There's no indication that, like, yes, you are in fact doing research on this one. Okay, well, I think at this point, we're in a kind of comfortable position. I might buy a bunch of plastic. 2.5 price. So if I buy that, it's going to cost me 600. Honestly, I could wait for it. Do I wait for it? Yeah, you know what? Let's just cancel. I don't think I need to buy it. I produce plenty, but I'm going to keep selling sea sponge down to about 1,000 if I can. Just because more than that starts becoming excessive. It would be kind of nice if I could go into the stock panel. Because I know that there's a set cap. But I really wish that with the set cap, anything above that cap, instead of being discarded, would actually just be brought to the trading post and sold. But if you notice, my overall capacity is at 8,500, and we're very rapidly reaching that. So I should probably go through and check other things. There's also, like, sand, but I'm not entirely sure how to get more sand. Where is my sand production? So this is a building material, but I have no idea where sand is being listed. I probably need it for concrete, though, so I'm probably not going to touch it. Alright, well, shall we jump ahead a little bit while I... ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to jump ahead a little bit while we get a little bit more tech. Namely, once I get this expedition house set up. That's when things get maybe a little bit more interesting. I just mostly wanted to give a report on my progress, and also because sharks? I guess I spoke too soon. The sharks are starting to show up a little bit more often, and of course I've used up all of my plastic. So, guardhouse. Small security office protects our citizens from natural predators' threats. Small effective range. It's small, but it's not that small. Okay. So where do we even build this thing? Because to some degree, I do prefer to build my stuff off of major production zones. Like, I guess I could build this here with the iron mine all the same. Because there are plenty of iron mining opportunities around each and every one of these red zones. Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Okay, but I'm going to need a couple of these because lack of overall space. I honestly wish I could actually build scaffolding and expand some of my defenses a little higher. So, I think my thoughts are, I'm going to put a couple of these around, but I'm not actually going to have most of them remain powered. Like, this might be something where I specifically turn them on and off, often. This way I can kind of largely protect my interests without having to worry about a whole lot of risk. Let's put that there. There we go. It's going to take a little bit of time to get set up, but this way every single aspect of my base is covered, at least for the time being, and if there's no sharks, I just turn it off. We've got plenty of power, and we've got plenty of engineers. The only immediate problem is it might be kind of pricey. But whatever. And then the sharks show up and just wreck me before anything happens. There, those wiggly beasties. Yeah, it seems like what they do is they come from off screen, and then they hang out in an area. And if that area is undefended, they'll probably do some damage. But if it's not undefended, then, I don't know, big questions there. Let's see, cages, holding pens for tuna prey. Maybe. I want to keep grabbing these passives, though. Because the more of these passives I have, the more things I can kind of work with. And the less not the... Oh, hello. So, 6 drones, get some tools and batteries. New Atlantis HQ is in dire need of robotic workforce. They issued a request so we can provide some drones. So we get tools and batteries if we do. That's a little tough, but you know what, whatever. I should have plenty of spare drones. Jobs board. Yeah. I have 14 idle drones. I don't think I need to worry about a dang thing. Oh, pipeline's not working. Gotta repair that. And... yeah, it looks like a number of these guardhouses. I'm going to set them up, but I'm going to pause them. This way I can kind of turn them on and off freely, without having to open anything up, I think. Or not. Nope. I guess I'll have to open them up, but whatever. Not a big deal. And boy, we need plastic. Yeah, I might actually want to get a second plastic, or a third plastic factory. Yeah, we'll just snag another one right here. We have enough fuel production. Alright, back to work. Whoa, they're actually killing the sharks. Well, that was fast. It looks like the sharks got close and then just immediately got lasered. I'll have to try and show that off a little bit better the next time. But unfortunately, I was focused on getting my furniture factory going, and then I just saw some lasers going and the sharks died. Yeah, so I think my general plan, yeah, I think I actually would have had a problem there. But I think my general plan is to just have these things that whenever it's like shark attack danger, I'm like, okay, turn on the gun posts. But for now, I can just pause them. There's no reason to keep them going. There are no more sharks. They all off? Yeah, they're all off. Perfect. Makes it easy. Oh, boy, howdy, this thing is huge. Does it have to be along an edge? Placed over the abyss. Like, I could put it here. And if I didn't have this tuna farm here, I could actually put it much closer. And I could put this here, but I put my HQ here. Well, that's unfortunate. Because, yeah, I guess I'm just going to have this freaking stinky thing all the way out here. Whatever, I don't think we need to worry too much. Nearest depot is far away. Transporting resources to and from might take a lot of time, reduce efficiency. Yeah, so that's an unfortunate part about this whole expedition house thing, but, I mean, what else am I going to do about it? I could, once again, destroy one of my tuna farms, and maybe that would make the most amount of sense. But all things considered, let's just actually extend outwards this far. If I can. Oh, I see. There's that in the way. I wish it would actually light up the sections where I'm building in red. But alas, no dice. Did I ever finish what I was going to say earlier about this game being finished but having a roadmap? I probably missed that. It's kind of this interesting alternate early access. Which I kind of dig. Where companies will make what effectively is a finished product. Okay, let's daisy chain a couple of depots out here. Because no matter what, I think we're going to need more. Here, let's scoot this back a smidge. Because we're going to need the extra storage, and this way resources can actually be moved. Anyway, it's a neat trend just kind of in general in terms of like, you know, hey, our game isn't done, but it's playable, it's feature complete, it's not going to crash on you, and you can have a full experience. But if you wait, you can have a fuller experience in like a year or two. Oop. Okay, we have shark attack danger, which means all of these turn back on. Okay, so I can actually just remove the workers in the future. I don't have to pause or unpause them. The only area that's a little bit of a concern is elsewhere. Okay. Well, the sharks have set up directly next to my new splinter base. They don't seem particularly keen on it, though. Maybe my drones are going to be fine. Whoop. Something happened. Oh, nope, the expedition house is done. Okay, so once you've built the expedition house, you can start sending out expedition submarines. Open the expedition map via the expedition button on the top right corner of your HUD. Okay, have the sharks... They, like, moved out a little bit. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to power my depots, because I think even getting building resources out here is kind of a pain. Whew, I might need another plastic factory. I mean, we're still producing a decent chunk, it's just not enough for my purposes. And of course, that is the perpetual bottleneck with, like, almost everything. Still didn't get any drones. I'm impressed. Okay, well, I guess easy answer is... Because if I do that, the upkeep goes down to 0. Once again, at least for now, I'm gonna stinge. Eventually, I might not need to do this. But, at least for the meantime, it's fine. It's a bigger variety of goods. Well, we can't even do decorations yet, so... We want to do an expedition. Let's take a look at this map. I've been waiting for this one. So we have a gigantic eel, an assistance request, and a sunken submarine. Submarine supplies. Crew. Batteries. And food. This is not operable, and I'm not... Do we need to give it all 500? I guess so. Maybe it just doesn't use it all. We'll find out, because, yeah, if it costs 200 batteries every single time, that could go bad. Let's go for an assistance request. 22 days, batteries required 44. Got it. Okay. So they return home. Good practice to empty their cargo hold. You should transfer the submarine cargo to the colony. So if we check this, we can see it's got a bunch of sea cucumbers and batteries in it. Cool. We'll have to see what that actually accomplishes. I think I'll only have one for the time being, just to see what we get. Okay, let's... Oh, maintenance depot is going to be nice. Also, we're kind of running low on money. I've been... I'd mentioned I wish you could auto-sell. You can, in fact. So I auto-sold... or I'm auto-selling my sponge down to 1,000. Which is pretty useful. What is the biggest cost? Build cost. So... We still make plenty of money, I just have to not do anything. Or, we can expand the amount of sea sponge that we're developing. Which, like, I think both of those are kind of viable. Let's see. Because, yeah, I could just have a bunch of little sea sponge gardens all over the place where I'm not doing anything. And they might even synergize with each other. I'm not fully sure on that one. But I'm going to build 2 right there, and we're just going to see if we can scale that up. They don't sell for much, but they have 0 upkeep. Oh. Helps if I actually, you know, put enough drones in them. Okay. Well, pipeline is leaking. Pipeline is not working. Never mind. I was going to be kind of slow and lazy about that, but I guess I'm not supposed to be. Alright, there we go. This should dramatically increase our sponge collection. Ooh. Also, our tuna's starting to go. Perfect. Okay. Waiting. So something happened here. So let's explore the event. Oh, traded submarine needed help with minor repairs, then the propulsion system, and we get some lobster tail. Oh, well, that's easy. Okay, so we also have an ancient galleon, but a gigantic eel. A monstrous seawater eel is nested in this region. It was probably attracted to the remains of a pirate power plant. An expedition would determine the threat level to our colony and how to utilize its presence. Yeah, let's just chuck these guys out and send them off to do things. That's going to take a while, and at some point they'll have to come back to resupply, but I might as well go out on scouting missions on the regular. Also, let's go back to this and start selling clothing. Not too much, but if we go above... let's see. I cannot find it. Probably up top. Somewhere in here. Tools, decoration, clothes. There we go. Okay, so we want to export till we have 500 clothes. They're not worth that much, but we don't really need more than 500 clothes at a time. Heck, I don't even know if we need more than 400 or 200 or something like that. But it seems like it's in my best interest to kind of produce this stuff and sell it. It does cost me plastic, so I'll have to scale that up at some point, but this way we get money. Let's see, is there anything else I need to do? Not really. Oh, that trade cut fee. I think that's the next thing I want to snag. I think there's a lot of things that I want to snag, including subsurface base. So let's get the trade cut fee and the subsurface base next. Because that'll give me some more space, some more influence points, and more money. And then we can also get like a surtax on. Boy, yeah, we can just go full capitalist here. Otherwise, I could just start over producing certain resources like crazy and just trade them away. Speaking of, let's get that trade cut fee. Alright, our submarine has explored the eel. What do we have? Okay, so explore. The monstrous seawater eel has nested in this region and was probably attracted by the remains of the power plant. The team used a mobile charger to harvest the eel's electrical emissions. So we just get some batteries from that. So they're still fine on food and a couple other things. So I guess I'm just going to keep sending them out on expeditions. I don't know how many of these are actually going to be interesting and how many of these are just going to get me a small quantity of resources. What I'm looking for, like small technological advancements, bonuses, stuff like that. Oh, getting those would be choice. But we'll see if I actually get any of those or not. Let's see. Other thing I should probably take a look at? Yeah. If I optimize both of these, yeah. Shark attack danger. Okay. Oh boy. Toggle down ground view. How do I get back home quick? Subsurface base. No, that's not it. Buildings overview. I know there's a hotkey that I can press to take me back to my base really quickly. But yeah, let's just turn the shark defenses on. Okay. And I guess because I was unpaused, that was a problem. Interestingly enough, if we check the jobs board, yeah, we don't actually have enough idle. Oh, well, that would be even easier. Up the sponge plant drones. We need some more people looking at this. That's fair. Oof. Oh, you know what? I should probably upgrade these random houses that I picked up. I don't actually know if there's anybody in them. Yeah, no, looks like they're totally empty. Because I know my people will have children and stuff, but it looks like they're not into the. Well, no, it looks like the population is growing. Yeah, we have 9 families, 3 on expeditions. Oh, didn't I do research specifically for the maintenance depot? Yes. I should probably figure out what I need for that. Let's see. I think that's under pipeline. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this is probably the most important area for maintenance. Yeah, so I'll put one there, and we'll see what it does. But yeah, population-wise, I'm going to need way more people if I'm going to actually man all of these things. I was originally trying to decide if I wanted to start, like, expanding really aggressively on certain industries, and the answer looks like no, actually. That would be problematic. Let's see. At least financially, we're doing really well. Okay, get 1 maintenance worker, and then work on building radii. Yeah, so that should kind of prevent this area from going bad. Dome environment is unsatisfactory. Oh. Okay. Yeah, these are just environment points, yeah? Yeah, it looks like it. Well, I know these small planters generally synergize incredibly well with each other. Or not with each other, but with other things. So which of these benefit the small planter the most? That boosted a fair bit. We have a decorative plant. And a decorative tree. I'll just have like a little park there. I think eventually I'll probably get rid of the clothes shop. But for now, that's fine. Our big issue is going to remain, we need way more people. Because I just can't work any of these things. I guess we'll just have to wait for people to either grow up or to get more random people being like, hey, I want to move to your weird dome zone. I kind of wish... Wait, did I actually get that? Oh. I'm a goof. I never got the immigration incentive because I was originally having some trouble filling these things out. I guess I should probably do that. Holy smokes, I have a lot of tuna. Nice. Oh. And my submarine is waiting, so what do we have? Hopefully they don't burn through my food while I'm not paying attention. Damn, ancient galleon. An ancient galleon derelict, not sure what to expect. Our divers have managed to retrieve an old wooden chest filled with riches. Cool, I'm probably gonna sell most of that. Just because. But, for now, I guess we'll do the SOS and then we'll come home and grab some resources. Is there anything else, or are we just kind of trucking along? We're trucking along and mostly just hoping to get some more money. Oh, eesh. I mean, it's worth it. But yeah, I didn't realize the trade cut fee would cost me influence points. I do not have that much. Whoa, this is new. A pirate submarine is converging to our position. They're ready to attack. We need an order ASAP. Seem to be a small fish. Evade and continue to the nav point. Try contacting them, defuse the situation peacefully, or proceed and engage with the enemy. I don't know if my sub is armed. Ooh. Captain lost it. We had to engage. Minor damages to our hull. Some crew members also took a hit. But we'll be ready to roll soon. Okay, that's more of a problem. I guess I'm gonna let them finish their expedition, but that's it. Oh, take longer the less crew you have. Should resupply with enough crew. I think it's fine. It's gonna take 20-something days. But then after that, I'm going to bring him back and do whatever. Hopefully we can, like, arm the sub or something at a later date. Who knows? Maybe it was already armed. Ports mine. Because that is one option I do have. Oh, and quarry. Oh, research is still in progress. I feel bad about this. Allows for resourceful syndication of our active workers, resulting in their voluntary 10% decrease in salaries. Like, I feel like it should be an increase in salaries, but a massive increase in productivity or something like that. Or morale? I don't know. Call me working class, but a voluntary reduction in salary just feels like exploitation to me. How much are these producing? It doesn't really say. Okay, the sub has arrived. Oh. Got coordinates just in time? They wouldn't last much longer. Happy to report all crew members are on board the vessel now. Under good medical care. We'll have them in our colony as soon as we get home. Okay, so let's go home. It'll take him a little bit, and we've just got random events. It doesn't seem like the expeditions are that meaningful. They're just small bonuses that are kind of neat, but not, like, hugely impactful. Plastic age. 10% plastic production. Immigration ban. Huh. I mean, I guess eventually that'll be a problem. Oh. I think the union's deal is actually just a thing that I could get if I had enough influence. And I don't, and that's fine. So we've got another drone shark attack. I'm gonna just follow them this time. Let's maybe slow this down. Let's do times 2 speed. I don't know if these sharks are actually going to head for my base fully, or if they're just going to kind of chill. But yeah, I more or less have a number of my tailors working as part-time security officers. You know, just every once in a while sharks show up and these guys stop making clothes and start shooting. Let's see. We also have a crystal cavern, which is filled with ironstone and gold. Sweet. Let's see, how are we doing on cargo capacity? We're fine. Wait. There was like a warning. Ah. It's an expedition. You know what? We'll just send him home. Ah, because yeah, they used way too many batteries. Okay, so let's unpause. Let's see if these sharks just kind of chill, or if they come for my defenses. As absolutely silly as it is, I do kind of... I think it is funny that I have straight up battle facilities that just start blasting sharks. But I would also point out that this is not how sharks work. Like, not in the slightest. Okay, and the last shark, I think sees the right of it and has decided that this is not worth it. We definitely need some more people working here. But at least for now, we have an easy way to kind of turn the defenses on and off. So I've also added a couple of farms, just to scale up my food production, and I can always sell the surplus. And then what was the other thing that I built or have been building? Oh, right. I'm starting to work on quartz mining, and then also stone mining. Yeah, there's the... Oh my gosh, the quarry is huge. 73%, yeah, no kidding. Oh, okay, we're good. I don't know how many quarries we're going to need, but apparently freaking monstrous structure needs a lot of space. If it... No, it won't fit in there. Yeah, that'll have to do. I don't think that gets rid of too much of our sea sponges in that immediate area. There we go. And then whatever I need quartz and stone for, I should at least be reasonably supplied for at least a little while. And then next up is the decoration factory. And some other things. Medium statue, underwater field. Oh, I just built 2 small ones. But maybe I should actually go for the bigger stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Increase production of all materials. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of little passives for me to snag. I might actually try and charge ahead for the underwater field 2 and 3 though, because if I can actually get my food built up better, that might actually help. Oh wow, the sharks really came for my defenses. I don't think it's as much of a problem. Yeah, they were just kind of chilling. I think the last one's just booked it though. Shark attack report. They actually killed a citizen. Ugh. Actually took out a citizen somewhere and a drone. I guess these suckers aren't as good as I would have liked. Looks like it took out the carrier drone for this depot too. Ouch, rude. Alright, so let's take a look at the jobs board. What did we lose? Oh. I mean, at least that person died valiantly in the line of duty. It apparently took out the worker at the guard post. Which is kind of metal if you think about it. You know, this dude's got, you know, this gun post shooting at sharks. Shark somehow manages to bust in and kill the guy. Which, like, I don't see an exterior thing, so unless he's sitting on those guns, that shark actually busted through the walls and ate the man before getting finished off by one of his comrades, which is... that's a story. I wish this game had a little bit more of that. Where it kind of acknowledged that, like, so-and-so fell valiantly while punching sharks. But I'm also still a little weirded out that, you know, the sharks are this capable. I feel like it's more something that you should be able to ward them off rather than putting guns around your facility and hoping for the best. I'm so curious about torpedoes. Like, if I actually built a torpedo facility, what would that do? Let's see. Go for material production or better house. Or school? I'm gonna go for school. I don't know what school's going to do. Our big problem is just a utter lack of people coming in. Is kind of hamstringing some of my production. I'd like to expand further, but all my people are kind of currently tapped out. We do have a lot of kids, though. Like, and a lot of families. So we're actually in a good spot eventually. Are these? No. Yeah, a lot of these are not even filled. Houses, total 19, empty a lot. Okay, so that's a plus. I still don't have any restaurants or anything like that. Yeah, I'll have to beautify these later, but it's really mostly waiting for that population to roll in. I could probably build stuff with drones. What's your issue? Plastic once again, but like I got 1,000 plastic, so I think it might actually just be a storage issue. Maybe. I'll get another depot down. Is there just enough space for a whole depot right here? Yeah, there is. I'm gonna leave just enough. Whoop, that's the wrong button. Okay, gotta do that again. I'm gonna leave just enough space that I can potentially squeeze a pipeline behind. But it seems like maybe, yeah, just some more depots is in order. Speaking of, I should go through and make sure that they've all got the inventory space upgrade. Alright, I do. I'm apparently a capitalist, selling sponges. Let's see, we're also selling medicine, sharks, tuna, and some other things. I'll have to keep an eye on my food situation, just because there's a very real possibility that I'll, like, oversell. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. This is a non-issue. What am I talking about? We have the, greenhouse. Where's the bigger underwater field? Unless it's literally just... Oh. These can now produce more. So the question is, do I want to switch these off, or do we just get more underwater fields? I mean, their fertility is good. I just gotta line it up correctly. Fertility 100%? Sure. Okay, and then you have to make sure it has just enough space. I would have liked to line it up a little bit better, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to mess with anything else. The other one is, we do have the Gatherer's Place. Because this gives us a production bonus if we decide to get another one of these down. Which, like, I think I might as well. Let's see. Drones for tools and batteries. That's fine. I need more of those. Because these are sponge collectors. Oh, and I never actually expanded these. I must sponge harder. And yeah, I should have plenty of drones. Looks like that's all good. Yeah, if I've got a silly amount of drones, what is this? Oh, assigned mariculture. I'll work on that. Ooh. Yeah, it gets up to 170%. That's a lot. Okay, so let's go back up to these. So now we can add mussels and scallops to the list. They take a little bit longer, but it'll give us even more food diversity. Oh, right, and of course, I actually have to put workers on these. Let's see, low number of idle drones, probably because I just gave a bunch away. But it's fine. We'll expand it anyway. Even if we're low on drones, we're building more. Speaking of, I never actually finished optimizing these drone facilities. Probably because I didn't have the tools at the time. So that should scale that up a little faster. Is there anything else that I have not built or optimized? Like an upgrader tool would be kind of nice of like, which of these facilities have not been fully upgraded? I think most of them have. It's like maybe the Shark Hunter Lodge over here. Nope. Got that one. And yeah, oddly enough, you cannot upgrade the farms. Not that it matters too much. Let's see, we have the quarry. Oh, quarry just requires drones as opposed to people. Oh, that's nice. If I want to take a look at this, Glassworks. Requires an engineer though. Literally, I don't have somebody that can manage that. And until we just get more people, like, we have a boatload of children. The residents are getting real busy, which, I mean, actually, 12 children for 19 adults is not actually that ridiculous a number, but I'm almost wondering for this game, is there a point where you will actually have far more children than adults and you really have to start panicking and being like, please stop. I cannot deal with your procreation. That is a phrase I did not expect. I think I did not expect I would ever say, but yeah, here we are. So, I don't know. Apart from this, it's kind of the waiting game. Because, like, we can get the next level of house. And then even up to the next level of dome pretty soon, I think. Ooh, there's also the warehouse. I might want to scale that up a little bit. Oh, schools. We have education. That might actually be worth something on my end. School requires a specialist teacher and 30 glass. Oh, well, never mind. My people have to stay dumb until we can get another couple of workers. Because if we don't have a glazier, we don't have the school. Wait, no. I can fix that. I don't have to wait. Oh my god, I have a lot of money. Let's just buy 100 glass. I'm not going to need more than that for now. But this way I can actually put a school somewhere. Public buildings, school. Schools are kind of big, aren't they? Okay, so one thing I've also noticed is that you do not need to beautify a, you do not need to beautify a dome that does not have people living in it, from what I can tell. So if it's all business, it can remain ugly. So I'm going to try and keep my residential districts separate. Jeez, is there anything else I can do? I mean, really the answer is infinite research. I have so much money that there's really no limitation on this. I kind of wish I could build like a research facility to scale it up a little faster, but unfortunately, eh. Oh, there's temperature. I wonder if I'm going to have to worry about the temperatures of the ocean changing ever. I actually feel like this game would have benefited greatly from having a linear narrative of some sort. Shark attack danger. That's a problem. I guess we can take one person off of the medic for the time being. But what was I going to say? Like a proper linear narrative. Like, I almost think it would have been more interesting. More interesting. I think it would have been really compelling if this game had started immediately after whatever the disaster was that precipitated this whole situation. Did it ate my drone and then it bailed. Pause. Ate 3 drones. We actually are going to need some more security structures. I was not expecting it, but these sharks have gotten ruder. Let's see. Okay, so if we pause for a bit, we can put people back where they belong. Perfect. Jobs. And actually, speaking of jobs, I do have 4 drones, at the very least. The drone production is still kind of slow, and we might want to scale that up. Though, if I remember right, it actually requires an engineer. I am in trouble. That's fine. I mean, once again, at some point, some of these kids have to grow up. Or somebody has to realize the, you know, quantity. Or not the quantity, the quality of my situation. Oh, why are people unhappy? Health and housing? Really? Oh. It's because I never upgraded a bunch of these. I'm gonna click on that. It's gonna be a little expensive, but I should probably buy all the upgrades. Not that it changes too much. Oh, and each tier has new upgrades, potentially. Doesn't look like too much, but this is certainly reducing my gas bill, which is appreciated. Okay. Yeah, let's just fill this out. Housing per resident. Oh, I see. It's boosting the housing quality. Oh, interesting. It also made my people cranky because the environment here is not good enough. Sure, I'll just get some trees and stuff down. Is a streetlight gonna help? Kind of. Which of these is gonna help the most? A bench for sure. Let's see. So I can't hyper stack the decorative trees. That does not benefit nearly as much. Let's see. That's a decent amount. But like weird squiggly statue. That's more range. We'll just go with that for the time being. I don't think anybody lives in this dome. Yeah, nobody lives there yet. Everybody just lives in this singular small dome, which apparently can hold up to 84 people. Oh, smokes. The only real problem is the whole health situation, which I'm a little curious about. Does a clinic have to be in the same region? Because it produces medicines, but that I shouldn't need to have that here. I don't know. It's fine. Our happiness is doing great. What else do I have to complain about? More research. So underwater field again, specialist income tax, school. Oh right. I was gonna look into schooling for people. Oh wait, no, it's being made. It just very slowly. What's it missing? Actually, just a worker to build it. Which might actually require... Nope. The drones are actually building it. I kind of wish I could start building robot people. You know, just some autonomous workers, replace the people, you know, the usual. Okay, so I need a worker. I'm going to take away one medic for the time being and make them a teacher. I don't know if a teacher is specifically going to benefit me too much. Oh, that's student slots. Let's see. Students 15. I mean, that's right. Looks like we just need a lot of glass and electronics. Which, once again, I actually seem to have a lot of money, so I guess we might as well buy more. It's just... go up to, like, once again, 100 of each. Eventually, I'll be able to produce these things myself, but in the meantime, like, sure, I might as well actually just buy them. I'm actually quite curious if you could have a society that is like much more skewed in a weird way. Pipeline is leaking before that becomes a problem. But like a really skewed population that effectively you barely produce resources of your own, you just buy it. I don't think it's worth it in the context of this game, but I can see that being really interesting on certain maps if you're in trouble. Okay, so let's go back to this. Oh, I guess we have to wait for the shipment to roll in. Because, yeah, I might as well increase upkeep, reduce... Or increase upkeep, reduce student population. Yeah, that's the way it works, right? No, it's the reverse. More students, cheaper upkeep, which, in retrospect, is very much the American education model, it seems like. It's actually kind of weird and uncomfortable. In retrospect, the only thing I'd really want out of this would be optimization. We don't need expansion because we just don't have enough students to pile into school. Oh, let's see, what else do we even have to do? I mean, we're gonna have to worry about storage pretty soon, so I might even want to look into getting that warehouse. Let's do that now. I think the school situation I can ignore. Turn the grid off. Okay, so we have, oh, a rescue center. Oh. So the rescue center explores the surface looking for people to rescue. I'm just gonna bring it down here. There's not much going on. And so I don't have to worry about it quite as much. But a rescue center will potentially get me more people. Because yeah, right now I'm in trouble. I'm just gonna read that description though, because it was funny. Central base of our rescue operations that search the surface, search for survivors on the surface. The rescued people are considered legal immigrants and as such automatically join your colony. Like that's just, it's fine. It's just kind of the way it reads. It sounds like I'm straight up just kidnapping people that might not want to join the colony, but it's like, nope, we have rescued you, therefore you belong with us. And it's like, oh. That's a little kidnappy. I'm gonna get a pair of these warehouses. Yeah, we're fine on drones. Eventually I'll want to start expanding that. Let's see, is there anything else? There's building radius, but now that ain't it. I was hoping my workers would prioritize this one. But it's fine. It's honestly fine. Like, they'll all get completed pretty quick. I'm just impatient and I want to see if I can get more people. Because, boy, the utter lack of idle workers makes everything so much harder. And I'm assuming, like, all 12 of those children are just going to suddenly age up at some point, and then I'm really going to have an easy time of it. Let's take a look. Do we even have anybody near? Nope, you can't even sort based on it. Nope, actually, most of our kids are at least 9 years away. 9 years. I guess it makes sense. These are like Gen 1. Okay, Antonio. So 8 years away from being potentially a functional worker. If not longer, I don't actually know at what point do they become a meaningful member of society. But I do actually appreciate that this is something you kind of have to plan on and around. Okay, let's take a look at you. Carrier drone 1. We'll have to worry about concrete. Oh, but look at that space. Now we can hold all of the ridiculous things that I'm just storing, like 2,000 sponge? I thought I'm supposed to be selling sponge. I guess I'm just not selling it fast enough. I'm supposed to be selling sea cucumber and sponge, and I'm just hoarding this stuff like crazy. Hey, works for me. The only other thing I really want to do is get this rescue center down. And then obviously more and more research. So where are we on the research list? We're actually getting close to the halfway point. There's obviously a lot more that I want to mess around with. Oh, trade companies in the proximity of shrines operate faster. Huh. I should probably set that up, actually. That's kind of important. I'll do it after this one. Oh, and we're actually pretty close to making electronic. I just don't have enough people. But yeah, the main issue is, it's gonna take a long time before we actually get down to some of the later stuff. I'm actually quite curious to see what the highest tier things are. Actually, it doesn't look like there's anything deeper mechanically. Like, there's more resource chains to make people happier and build, like, a more sustainable society. But looking at it now, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of, like, really weird future tech. Just more, you know, more food, more amenities, and more larger domes. Hello. So we need to start making tier 2 food, which I'm assuming we are not producing any tier 2 food yet. No, we are not. Because we're still in the scallops and mussels phase. So I'll need to get more fields to start doing tier 2 food as well. But I think for now, this is a reasonably good stopping point. Just because, I mean, one, I think this is a good stopping point for the video, but also because there's more content on the way. So let me see if I can actually bring this up in a substantive manner. There we go. Let's see, display capture. So there's actually a roadmap. Oh. Here, I guess I'll just bring it over here. Nope. Let's not show you what I'm looking at online. Why does it just bring me to the Steam community? Well, that's unfortunate. It's fine. Let's see. I guess we're just going to have to squint at this, and I'll just go over it. So it looks like feedback, which is quality of life features, balancing tweaks, UI stuff, and bugs. Then transportation and a submarine mode. More disasters, better expeditions and artifacts. More events, voiceover, an Arctic biome, and then Steam Deck support. So a lot of these don't seem like they're particularly major. Yeah, special expeditions that are custom tailored with possibilities of chaining further. So I think this is kind of the story mode. And then also maybe the, artifacts which will boost your colony stats and alleviate disasters. Those are the things I'm looking for. I don't know if I care about the voiceover. So it doesn't look like this is getting much of a linear plot, more of just kind of getting more. But I do appreciate that they actually have a post-launch plan. Post-launch plan? I was going to say supply, and I'm like, wait a second, that's wrong. Support, that's the word I was going for. But it's pretty charming so far. It's very zen and honestly pretty low stakes. But I appreciate that. Just being able to load this game up and just chill for a while. Oh, and if you look at this thing, travel to destination and then come back. This is specifically how we're supposed to get people. And then eventually I'll have to turn it off because I have too many. But for now, at least, one final thank you to Digital Reef and Overseer Games for sponsoring this video, these series of videos. It was actually really fun and really zen to just kind of sit back and build a somewhat functional colony. I don't think I'm doing too poorly. In fact, I've solved almost every problem I have. The only issue right now is population, which is why I'm going to go rescue people from the surface. My headcanon is that the surface world is totally fine and we're just a bunch of weirdo fish people that have just started an underwater civilization and are just yoinking people from the surface. You know, it's like if Aquaman was evil or something and had weird population supply issues. Anyway, so with all of that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.